Thanks for joining us. I'm Leanie Lambrink. We begin tonight in Nunavut. Iqaluit has seen a rise in the number of break-and-enters over the past 2 months. It's prompted some businesses to voice their concerns. Bianca McEwen has the story.
Earlier this month, Chris Chabda woke up to an alert at 4 in the morning.
One of our front windows was broken, and someone went into the restaurant.
Chabda manages the snack. He says on January 10th, someone broke in and stole cigarettes. It's one of many incidences to happen this year. Nunavut RCMP Media Sergeant George Henry says Iqaluit is experiencing a rise in breaking and enterings. In December and January last year, Henry says there were 17 reported cases. This year, there have been 36 and counting, double from last year. Henry says he doesn't have information indicating why the increase is happening and that there is no indication the rise is related to organized crime. Chabda says he is concerned with this increase as it can be hard for businesses to adapt their security and constantly pay for damages.
We've had the business for like over 15 years, and it's I would say it's more during these years that we experience all of this. So it's a little bit tough for us.
He says they are working on fixing the smashed window and have plywood up at the moment. Also putting in new security measures is Bassam Mahmoud, the owner of Hunter's Market. He says the restaurant was broken into multiple times this month, with close to $5,000 in damages. Like the snack, the person smashed the window and stole cigarettes, but in one instance also took $300 in cash.
Well, for the time being, I just put plywood on the outside and the inside, but we have an arrangement with a guy to come secure the windows with some metal bars.
Mahmoud said he's worried it will happen again since the person who did this is still out there.
Actually, when I go home every night, I do worry they're going to come in. So at night time, I don't sleep very much. I'm always watching my cameras at nighttime. I get up like every hour and a half, watch my cameras, see if anything's happening.
And Chabda is urging other businesses to increase security measures.
That hopefully this comes to an end because it's really impacting businesses, and hopefully we come back to normal as we've been always in Iqaluit. Very peaceful and quiet town.
In response to the rise in cases, Henry says the Iqaluit RCMP have increased patrols in the city and are working with the investigation section to look into cases. Bianca McEwen, CBC News, Iqaluit.
RCMP have charged a teenager after a drug bust in Hay River in the NWT over the weekend. Police say they seized crack cocaine, $2,500 cash, and evidence of drug trafficking at a home in the community. CBC was recently in Hay River talking to residents about the drug problem and speaking to them about another bust that happened earlier in the month. In that case, police searched a home and a motel and found fentanyl, meth, cash, and weapons. They ended up charging 6 people. As Carla Ulrich tells us, people in Hay River say drug activity is less visible, and they hope it's a sign the community is turning a corner.
On January 9th, a drug bust led to 6 people being charged after officers executed search warrants at a home and a local motel in Hay River. Police described the investigation as part of ongoing efforts to disrupt drug trafficking in the South Slave region. Police seized large quantities of drugs, cash, and firearms. Selena McIntyre lives in Hay River. She says her own family has been directly affected by the drug crisis.
My son, about 8-9 weeks ago, was at a party, and I guess he had come into contact with fentanyl, which took 16 Narcan to bring him back, and then several times at the hospital, reviving him.
But McIntyre says she has seen more people seeking help in recent months, including her son, and there's less obvious drug trade activity around town since the arrests. Hay River resident Heather Gata says the bus made a visible impact, but now people who are ready to get clean need more support. For example, Gata says treatment medications are available, but staying on them can be difficult in Hay River. That's because daily travel to get the medication can be a barrier for people without transportation or support.
You're hurting to begin with, you're trying to get clean. Then you got no support whatsoever to get them to go get their Suboxone. Who's going to drive them to get their Suboxone? Walking across the highway when you're hurting and you're sick and everything else.
Both women are now calling for increased outreach and follow-up care for people trying to quit drugs. Police say investigations into drug trafficking in Hay River continue. Carla Ulrich, CBC News, Fort Smith.
The federal government's gun buyback program is off to a dubious start in the NWT. It's officially known as the Assault-Style Firearms Compensation Program, and it lets owners of banned guns voluntarily return them for compensation. But the territorial government stated last week it won't participate, and it says neither will the RCMP. One gun owner in Yellowknife says it leaves her and possibly others with little direction about how to dispose of their guns.
I have no idea how I'll be able to return it as of yet, because if the RCMP aren't going to participate in it, then I don't know where I can take it to. We don't have a licensed gunsmith or certified gunsmith in town that can formally decommission it, so
President of the Yellowknife Shooting Club says returning a firearm in the NWT is already difficult. He says it's important to make returning unwanted guns as easy as possible because if it's not easy, it can be dangerous.
Well, if they're not properly deactivated, like basically rendered unusable to a sufficient degree, there is the possibility that someone could go find them at the dump or whatever and put them back together, so to speak.
The federal gun buyback program ends on October 30th. After that, anyone still owning a listed weapon is breaking the law. As threats to Greenland's sovereignty continue, Inuit in Canada are standing in solidarity with the Danish territory. Donald Trump says he has a plan for Greenland's future, but leaders here in the north say that's not for the U.S. to determine. Samuel Watt has more.
Inuit in Canada united with Kalaallit Nunaat, Greenland.
We are standing firm. We are standing strong with Greenland.
Nunatsiavut government's Johannes Lamp is one of several Inuit leaders taking a stand and reminding the US that Greenland is not American land.
It's a deal that people jumped at, really fantastic for the USA.
In recent days, Donald Trump has dropped threats about taking over Greenland by force. Instead, he's now pointing to a so-called framework of a deal that he says he's negotiated with NATO. But that hasn't done much to quell the unnerve across the circumpolar world.
It's very stressful, understandably.
Nunavut Tungavik Incorporated's Paul Erngart says representatives from NTI, Makavik and the Governor-General will be in Greenland next month. They're there for the opening of the Canadian consulate, an opportune time to show solidarity.
If you look at the history, people have been going back and forth in northern Greenland and northern, Ellesmere here.
Inuit Tapiri Kanatami, the body representing Inuit nationally across Canada, is also denouncing the animosity from the US. In a social media post, ITK says Inuits are one people separated by colonial borders, and an attack on the sovereignty of Kalaallit Nunaat is an attack on us all.
It is putting us in an insecure situation where we are not sure whether we will be next or not.
Ayu Peter now lives in Iqaluit, but Greenland is where she grew up. She sees more room for Greenland and Canada to cooperate, and she believes that starts with Inuit hunters and fishers.
Together, we can have our own eyes and ears open.
Matthew Landriol, an Arctic politics and security expert, agrees that what happens between the US and Greenland can set a precedent for Canada as well. He says now's the time to do more between our shared Arctic waters. More surveillance, more patrols, plus new infrastructure projects that benefit local communities as well.
Bringing connectivity to the Arctic, stable connectivity, while also ensuring that it helps Canadian forces activities, operations in the area.
And to ensure what happens to the Arctic includes the people of the Arctic. Samuel Watt, CBC News, Yellowknife.
As that pressure from the White House continues, Canada's premiers will be meeting with the Prime Minister in Ottawa later this week. CBC News spoke to all three territorial premiers about their priorities for the meeting. TJ Deer tells us what they said.
This week's meeting in Ottawa was supposed to be largely about trade, in a year where a mandatory review of the Canada-US-Mexico Agreement, or CUSMA, will kick into high gear. But that was then. In the days and weeks leading up to the meeting, U.S. President Donald Trump's desire to take over Greenland grabbed the world's attention. He said last week that he wouldn't take the island by force, but still refused to rule out economic measures to gain control. Renewed global attention on the Arctic has raised issues about Canada's sovereignty in the region, and the country's northern premiers are the most qualified to discuss that. They're stressing the role their jurisdictions and its people play in that discussion. Northwest Territories Premier R.J. Simpson is stressing the need for updated infrastructure.
When you look at a map and you see infrastructure there, you see highways and communities, that's sovereignty. And so that's our role, is asserting Canada's sovereignty in the North. That's what the people of the North do every day.
Nunavut is the closest Canadian jurisdiction to Greenland. Territorial MLAs helped raise the Greenland flag at the legislature in Iqaluit last week.
There's familial links between Nunavut and Greenland. Of course, there's the strong links through Inuit ancestry and Inuit culture across both jurisdictions.
When it comes to trade, Yukon Premier Curry Dixon says he'll ask the Prime Minister what role the territory's relationship with Alaska has to play in the current moment.
There's a strong bilateral relationship between the Yukon and Alaska. That's been caught up in a broader debate and discussion about the appropriate relationship between Canada and the United States.
All three territorial premiers said they would use the renewed attention on Arctic sovereignty to advocate for improved infrastructure in their jurisdictions. Dixon said he would be advocating for an improved power grid after a cold snap in December raised concerns about rolling blackouts due to high demand. Maine said he would use discussions on trade to talk about the high cost of living in Nunavut. The premiers will be meeting with the Prime Minister on Thursday. TJ Thiers, CBC News, Whitehorse.
Prime Minister Mark Carney has announced several measures aimed at addressing the rising cost of living for lower-income Canadians. The plan includes an increase to the GST credit to make groceries more affordable. Ashley Burke has more.
The Prime Minister marking the return of Parliament at a grocery store, promising to give 12 million Canadians more money to feed their families.
We're announcing that our government is launching the new Canada's Groceries and Essentials benefit.
A rebranding and a boost to a GST credit created under the Trudeau government after months trying to set himself apart.
We're taking the existing GST credit amount and raising it by 25% for 5 years. And in addition, we're providing a one-time payment equivalent to 50% of the GST credit this year.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
The Conservatives' leader, who's hammered the Liberals for months over high food prices, says he won't stop it, but cutting taxes on food is a better approach.
The Prime Minister has revived a Trudeau-era rebate, which we'll let pass, that will barely cover a few trips to the grocery store, while the average family spends $17,000+.
The Liberals' affordability announcement raising questions about if they're secretly planning a spring election to try and get a majority government.
When you increase the tax credit for the GST, it looks like you want to send money to the people, so maybe he's thinking about it, but yeah, you have to ask him.
Carney asked twice.
So you're not considering a spring election?
I don't. You can't draw that conclusion at all.
Tell me that.
Well, of course we're not. We're not. We're focused on results for Canadians.
The Liberals' House leader says there is a way for this minority government to work and pass bills.
We are telling Mr. Poilievre, get out of the way, free your MPs to vote for this legislation.
Poilievre has written to the Prime Minister saying that he's willing to work with the Liberals to fast-track some measures, including on affordability and crime. Poilievre is facing his own challenge, his leadership review on the weekend. Ashley Burke, CBC News, Ottawa.
Where does bravery live? In Marie-Philippe Poulin, who went from playing in a boys' league to trailblazing a pro-women's league. And in Cynthia Appia, who refuses to let the high cost of sports slow her down. It lives inside Piper and Paul, who use every fall as a chance to bounce back even higher. Where does bravery live? Inside every Canadian, in the moments that define us.
January on CBC TV.
I am all over this party.
It's officially cancel your plans season.
Can't even put your arms down.
Turn up the heat with unforgettable drama.
You know, once we do this, there's no going back.
Unstoppable laughs.
Get up.
Family favorites.
Let's play the tune, everybody.
And gripping mysteries.
How gruesome, indeed.
This January, find everything you need to see.
Exactly, for sure.
On CBC TV. And stream anytime on CBC Gem.
I'm heading to the African continent and across the diaspora to speak with activists, artists, athletes. I'm Amanda Paris, always pushing the conversation forward. And this is For the Culture.
Are you serious? And shuffles off upstairs, all secretive.
I find the process therapeutic.
Coronation Street on CBC TV and stream on CBC Gem.
Nunavut Tungavik Incorporated's former president says he was forced out of his role. NTI is the legal representative for Inuit in Nunavut. It announced Jeremy Tunraluk's resignation last Wednesday. Now, he says he wants to run for re-election. The CBC's Mahnur Mubarak has more.
Jeremy Tunraluk says if he didn't quit himself, NTI would have fired him. He was charged with assault causing bodily harm back in December of last year. The charge against him was stayed this month, meaning the Crown chose not to proceed with the prosecution, but can reactivate the charge within a year. Tunraluk says he was shocked that NTI wanted to get rid of him after the stay.
They don't seem to understand innocent until proven guilty, and I can't change their minds.
In an emailed statement, NTI says, quote, the board of directors determined Mr. Tunraluk failed to meet the high standard of conduct expected of Inuit leaders. The organization is holding elections for its vice presidential roles in December. The by-election for the presidential position will also be held then, where Tunraluk says he plans to run for re-election. Mahnur Mubarak, CBC News, Iqaluit.
Millions of Canadians have no idea an invisible health threat is hiding in their homes. We're talking about radon, a radioactive gas that's the top cause of lung cancer among non-smokers. Here's health reporter Lauren Pelly with the efforts underway to better protect Canadians.
Steve Blake felt healthy and fit. Then 2 years ago, a nagging cough led to a devastating diagnosis. Stage 4 lung cancer.
I still turn around and go, why me?
You installed a monitor down here.
Yes.
As someone who'd never smoked, Blake wondered if radon exposure played a role. Once he installed a radon monitor, it kept flashing red, showing high levels of this toxic gas inside his Calgary home.
What was I breathing in for so long, for all those years?
Radon gas is naturally released in the soil when rock breaks down. It dissipates safely in the air, but can build up inside closed spaces, like your home. When you inhale radon, it decays into dangerous radioactive particles.
Canadians are amongst the most radon-exposed persons on this planet.
This University of Calgary scientist is leading a national radon study, which found an estimated 10 million people across the country are living in houses with high amounts of radon. And the number of homes with dangerous levels has more than doubled since 2012.
Our houses are our safe spaces, and we don't like to think of our safe spaces as being harmful.
There's hope that will change. In December, Canada released a major update to the Canadian Building Code. The document sets the standard for building design and construction across Canada, and it now requires newly built homes to have a passive radon stack, which acts like a chimney to help funnel the gas safely outside.
It's such a big accomplishment.
Health Canada research helped inform the new guidelines, but they won't translate into action overnight.
It's going to take a while because it needs to be adopted by provinces and territories, but long term, we are going to be building homes in Canada that have less radon in it.
Others warn the bigger problem are the millions of Canadian homes that already pose health risks and the high cost to install radon mitigation systems. Those systems can cost anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 or more. Lauren Pelly, CBC News, Toronto.
In Whitehorse, Yukon, a training program for therapy dogs is in its 3rd year. The service is provided by Wise Canines. Before, some handlers say they had to go as far as Edmonton to get dogs certified. Volunteer therapy dogs can work in facilities across the city, including schools, withdrawal services, and long-term care homes. The owner of Wise Canine says she was inspired to offer the training program after meeting a therapy dog while her mom was going through treatment for cancer.
This was something that was sort of like a lifelong dream, was to do training. But I also really wanted to bring some therapy dog options to Whitehorse because I myself have experienced the benefit of being around a therapy dog in stressful situations. You know, having experienced being at BC Cancer, waiting for mom's appointments and things, and having a therapy dog show up in the waiting room was like a really lovely thing to sort of reduce everybody's stress and make that environment a lot happier.
Interested in getting your own dog into therapy work? Trainers say dogs should have a naturally calm and patient temperament and respond well to training. A group of young fiddlers from Fort McPherson is getting noticed beyond their home community. The trio performed last week at the 55th Dene Assembly in Fort Good Hope. They played every night to a full crowd. Their performance drew so much interest that they've started getting invitations to play at other gatherings in the territory. Take a look.
So you're holding some instruments right now. Who does what in the band?
I play guitar most of the time, and I just follow along with the guys, play whatever song they want, and I just go with the flow.
So yeah, I can play both. Yeah, mostly guitar too. Yeah. I play the bass, and I follow these guys.
Right. When did you all start playing together?
About 2-3 years ago, we all started.
What made you want to start playing together?
Just playing music, it's fun, enjoyable. Yeah.
I started playing about 5 years ago by myself, self-taught.
What made you want to start?
Just the music. Sounds good. Get the feeling of it. It's good to play music. Red River Jig was a good one. I like that one. Seeing the people dance on the floor. And that's it kind of inspired me.
I started the fiddle maybe 2-3 years ago, and my buddy there was playing, and that made me want to play more. Yeah. Long ago, we heard there's lots of fiddlers long ago. It kind of died down where we're from. Yeah, and now there's lots of fiddlers again though. Yeah.
I'll go back a few years. In 1987, Fort McPherson started a music festival. It's still going strong today. I think we're like 40 plus years. And back when it started, we had invited fiddlers. And when we started the music festival, we had one of our young boys take an interest in the fiddle, Michael Francis. And he was guided by his grandfather, the late Alfred Francis. Stemming from him, we had the first boys, who was Brennan and Brandon Firth, who took up the fiddle. So let's fast forward to these young boys 1 generation later. The oldest boy we have here is 15. And amazing, you know. They self-taught themselves because of our music festival and because of the interest in the fiddle and the dancing, you know, the square dancing and the jigging. So all of their music and all of their talent stemmed, I believe, from the music festival. and the interest that their parents had showed to them, you know, giving them a fiddle and it's a good something to take up and something to make Fort McPherson proud and make their parents proud as well.
What does it feel like when you're playing up there and you see the people get on the dance floor and really have a really good time?
It's pretty cool, yeah. It gets you into it, really does. Just
seeing the people dance, seeing all the smiles bringing joy to the people. Can't let the music die down, just gotta keep it going. So to enjoy about it, seeing the smiles on the people.
The show that they put on for the 2 days was amazing, and they enjoyed it. You know, they enjoyed playing the music and watching the people dance. And the more people that dance, you know, it makes them feel good. They did an absolutely amazing job. The community back home should be so proud of them, and they conducted themselves so well.
That is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, head to cbc.ca/north. Thanks for watching. I'm Lainey Lambrink. Have a good night.